Relatively recently, Mojang announced that Minecons will change their structure, and in honor of this, I decided to show you what Minecons were like before, how they changed, and how it all ended. Believe me, in this video you will learn a lot of new information that only a few people remember or know now. Let's start with the very first Minecon, which took place back in 2011. It was there that Notch launched Minecraft by activating that very lever. Before that, there were also several interesting things. Firstly, it was a kind of pre-show in which they showed how the game was being developed and what mechanics they changed and added. It was recorded in Minecraft itself. After that, one of the first, if not the very first, Minecraft clip was shown, which currently has 269 million views. Then they showed the developers who talked about how happy they were with their game. Then everything is already clear. Lever, Minecraft, dancing, Minecon is our. Minecon 2 took place in Paris, and not just anywhere, but in Disneyland. There was little interesting there. They showed what they had already added, in short the ender chest of 2 dungeons and wither, and demonstrated maps and player buildings. Also the people who were there were given codes that could be activated to get a clock with a golden pickaxe. You can't get it anywhere now. In 2011 there was also a raincoat, but it didn't look as cool. Also at this Minecon, Notch communicated directly with the players. Now, of course, all the information he told is not relevant, so I won't waste your time retelling it. On this note, Minecon 2012 ended. The third Minecon was held in America, in the city of Orlando. Everything went as usual. They talked about the versions that came out this year, namely 1.5, 1.6, 1.7, and then according to the canon, the track, chook, yeah. In short, the pre-show is over. The coolest thing about this Minecon is the shameful contests. But I am against bullying, so I ask you not to laugh. And so, this is a contest for Minecraft themed costumes. The skins were judged by Notch, Rakanaftis, Ishak Puake, and I asked you not to laugh. In principle, there is nothing more to tell about this Minecon. The most attentive probably noticed that I immediately switched to 2015. The fact is that in 2014 the Minecon did not take place due to the departure of Notch. Probably did not want to evaluate the costumes anymore. At the very beginning of the pre-show they showed a full-fledged animation of very high quality and close to our time. It was also very cool to watch the first version of Minecraft in VR. It was impossible to turn your head. There were not hands to do anything. You can consider it a helmet to which a screen with Minecraft turned on was attached, but it was still cool. We were also shown the first version of the failed Minecraft Earth. I think seeing something like that in 2015 was like flying into space. Well, the last announcement of something about Minecraft was the story mode trailer. 3 months later it was already out and was gradually updated. The game is pretty cool. It's a pity the developers don't post stuff like that now. Minecraft 2015 ended with some achievement for the most visited gaming event in the world. Both the 2-year wait and the fact that Mojang is now owned by Microsoft play a role here. Here we are getting closer to our time, Minecon 2016. It all started right away with inside information about version 1.11, which will add the pillagers mansion and accordingly the pillagers themselves. They showed everything there in detail, and on the one hand it's good, but on the other hand, as in the case of updating the caves, there will be no surprise effect from the update. In the rest of the past, as always, we were shown costumes, various projects from buildings to mods and the like. Just like last time, an animation on the theme of the update was shown. Minecon 26 is out. Starting with Minecraft Earth, all Minecons will now be in the form of broadcasts. Hooray! At this Minecon, the first void for mobs took place, in which, as everyone knows, the Phantom won. Yeah. They also announced a super duper graphics pack that came out as an RTX only for owners of this video card. Yeah, again this costume contest. After all the spray shows, they finally announced the aquatic update. The first large-scale update, no counting 1.0. After the announcement, the developers were interviewed so that they would tell people what mere mortals do not know. By the way, there is a lot said about the balance of the game and its meaning. It's a pity that not everyone watched the interview and still wants complications, a balance update, thousands of monsters, weapons and armor. This is already the 7th Minecon. They showed it there at the beginning of the voting. I thought who needs it if there are shameful contests. In fact, this is a good way to replace contests with, God forgive me, costumes. It was cute, funny and interesting to watch. Well, and among all sorts of things with the community, which is already given an indecently large amount of time, the taiga ultimately wins in the voting among the desert and savanna and taiga. And here again is the moment of the announcement of the update. As you can see, Agnes is already sitting there and not just Jeb. Then she slowly became the main developer. Well, in short, they announced the update of the Residents, which I still consider unfinished, as does the main game designer. By the way, in the end everything again comes down to the interview, where the most important thing that the developer said is that there will be no tsunami. At the beginning of this Minecon, they remember the previous events and put their hands in the aquarium. They also showed how to play Minecraft Earth, the prerequisites for which were back in 2015. The best part is the voting for biomes, where from swamps, mesas and mountains, the mountains won. It's cool that it's happening because updating caves without generation would not look as cool as it does now. I shake everyone's hands. Do you think it's funny to dress people in embarrassing costumes for several events in a row? And now, hope announcement of Minecraft Dungeons, hope announcement of my favorite update, hope interview. Minecon is over. I think this broadcast can be declared the best, because the loud announcement with 2 new games and a major update was diluted with funny contests and voting. They were not left without interesting content for a minute. By the way, this was my first Minecraft Festival, cancelled. And in 2020 we got the last live broadcast. All because of that very thing. The Minecon was not a live broadcast. I thought it tried to be like it. Everything was filmed in advance, except for voting for mobs, since the result was clear only live. For all Minecons, you can see how from an ordinary indie studio, Vojon has an increasingly larger budget for events, a larger number of players, and glory to the ex-Juve costume contest. During all this time, we received a bunch of interesting and cool updates, such as Elytra, Shulkers, and everything in that split. But if you want to learn about the most iconic block that changed the community and without which Minecraft would be clearly more boring, then watch my video about Bedrock that you see on the screen. But for now, bye bye.